So this is Golden Ears Way, and leads to the famous Golden Ears Bridge, and it leads to the famous provincial park here we have in British Columbia called Golden Ears Provincial Park. It's a beautiful park, not too far from the city of Vancouver. I would say about an hour, depending on traffic, so you're looking at an hour. Yeah, it's just north of Maple Ridge, right on the beginning of the mountains, to the north of the Fraser River. It's a beautiful park. There is a lake, there's thousands of trails. If you enjoy hiking, snowshoeing, camping, it's a beautiful park. It gets really busy in the summer and it gets crazy. A lot of there's waterfalls. Beautiful. I still think that the Pacific Northwest is one of the most beautiful places on earth. I've been to New Zealand. I was blown away by how beautiful New Zealand is, but nonetheless this area is just, I don't know, man. The mountains, the forest, it's just unique. It's a unique climate, unique area. I'm gonna be careful here. What's going on with all these guys? Oh, they're repaving. Okay. Alright, gonna move to the right. Wow, that's a big job. And I'm not sure if it's possible to see, but towards the horizon you can see a little bit of the mountains, and they just repaved. Oh man, they're so quick. They are so quick. Thank you, whoever is working these roads. Thank you for doing it so quick. Yeah, it's smooth carpet. Your tax dollars. There you go. You can see them. At least you can see them. No. Unlike some other cities in Canada, especially Montreal, man. I used to live there and it's a nightmare. Perpetual. If you've never seen a city under a perpetual state of construction, that's Montreal. Cone City. Like these, you see these small cones in Montreal? They're like humongous. They're big ones. And then people who live in Montreal, they know what I'm talking about. That city was rough. It was very rough. I digress. We're gonna link with, I think, still 96. Yep. That's a quick shortcut. That way you avoid all the stop signs and the lights. All right. I didn't get a turn signal because I didn't trigger the magnetic or strip or the sensor on the asphalt. Sometimes the bikes don't trigger that. So I'm getting close to Fort Langley, and at the next light, the two choices: either the scenic route, which adds about 10 more minutes, but you go along the Fraser River, or you continue straight and you'll be in Fort Langley in probably like 5 minutes. And of course, we are riding, we always take the scenic route. Always. Alright. This is probably, I would say I've done this ride more than 200 times. This is my This is when I want to clear my head. If I'm not feeling good, or you know how it is when you're not 100% and you want to clear your head. This is my way. And I usually try to do it once a week in the summer if I can, sometimes twice a week, towards at the same time, just before sunset. People are at home dining. I mean, it's summer, you smell the grass, it's just beautiful. And there is also an area called Derby Reach, or Derby Beach, I think. And the train tracks, we're gonna cross them here shortly. And a lot of the cyclists, they love this area for training. So these are rough. Hello. I had the nod, the biker nod. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. Look at these fields. That's the Golden Ear Bridge right there. And right now I'm smelling the grass, and every time I get into a shady spot, you can feel the drop of temperature. It's like 5 degrees to 10 degrees. 10 degrees in Fahrenheit, 5 in Celsius. You can feel it right away. Maybe I'm exaggerating. But this country road is my favorite road. This is my my motorcycle ride. And I also ride the Piaggio MP3, which is one of my top favorite rides. I love that thing. I take it here all the time. And there's 3 cafes in Fort Langley. In the morning I like to go to the Blacksmith Bakery. They have, or I thought they had, the best croissant in Vancouver. I'm wrong. But probably they're the second best croissant in Vancouver. Then they have Wendell's, and Wendell's is kind of a unique historic book place or a bookstore. Yeah, Derby Reach. The beach is called Derby Reach Park. Okay. So Wendell's is a cafe slash bookstore, unique. They have really good food, and I like to sit there in the afternoon slash evenings because the sun is behind you, so you can chill. In the mornings, the sun hits right in your face, so you don't enjoy it. And there is another one called Cafe Saba, S-A-B-A, and that's more like a brunch place. They used to have an old one not across the street to the right from Blacksmith Bakery, but they've expanded, and they have now two. They have the cafe just for coffee, and then they have the cafe slash restaurant for breakfast. They have amazing hash brown. They do shakshuka. They do a bunch of other breakfast items that are really delicious. We can see the mountains. Summertime. I love summer. As you guys can see, we see cyclists. Usually you spot them Saturday morning, Sunday morning, like hundreds of them. This is their route. There you go. That's the park. That's the beginning of the mountains, and then from here it goes all the way in the middle of the province. There's sheep on the right. I'm not sure if we can see that. I can smell sheep. And then right here to the left is where the park is. See the sign? Right after this sign, about 100 meters, right here where the yellow gates. This is a nice beach. I want to slow down. So to my left is the Fraser River, and I can feel actually the temperature. I feel the temperature is very, very cold. It's like like magic air conditioning. It's the best way to describe it. You can feel it. So for those who live in Vancouver, I highly recommend doing this this quick ride. And then if you want to extend it beyond Fort Langley, you can go. There's plenty of backcountry roads that you can take and extend your trip, maybe even 60 kilometers one way, all the way to Abbotsford. And I've done that many times. There's a bunch of hills that you can actually go around, and beautiful houses to see. And also for those who like to do hiking and trail walking, there's a trail actually that runs along the river. I forgot the name of it, but it's famous, and then you can see some parts of it right here, and you can take your mountain bike or your run-in or whatever you like to do. Okay, another park right here. Gotta slow down here because a lot of people sometimes they come out and they don't pay attention right here. The corkscrew. Slowly. I don't like this. They've done some work here and they definitely need to repave this, because I want to ride on the outside to make the turn here, and you can't. You have to slow down here, and it gets bumpy. I just love this area. And you can see some people walking, taking their night walks. That's awesome. People who live here, they're very lucky. One thing I don't like about this area is the train. If you live close to the train tracks, you are... oh man, I don't know what to say. It's just probably you get used to it, but the train is loud. The train is loud. It's actually, I'm talking about freight trains. So the freight train runs from Fort Langley all the way to city of Vancouver, and it goes in this area. We crossed one track, and then we're gonna cross the same track but on a different spot because it took a big turn. And to my left there are some beautiful homes. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. So when you feel down and then you come out and then you get some fresh air, you take your bike, your motorcycle, your scooter, whatever you want to do, you walk, you get hit with nice energy, it's like almost like recharging. And it might be true because after all, we're electric beings and we always need to be grounded, and we need to be charged or recharged. And I remember I used to volunteer at the Oregon Coast Aquarium, and I remember the first time I dove in one of the exhibits, and specifically the shark exhibit. They told me that the sharks might come and check you out, and later on I learned that the sharks can actually read electric signature of anything alive in the water, meaning that we as humans, we have the iris signature, which is unique to each individual on Earth. We have the fingerprints, we have DNA, we have basically unique markers that specific to each individual, one person. And we also have an electric signature that's unique, but it's like a barcode. And the sharks, believe it or not, they can read that, and they know. They basically knew I was new. I was a new diver. They came, they checked me out. There's a second crossing. Ugh. They knew and they came and checked me out. And after a few minutes, they left me alone. And also a buddy of mine came and I organized a dive for him in the tank, and they did the same thing because I was behind them filming. And sure enough, the sharks came and checked him out. They're curious. There's a fellow biker on a Honda. Love that bike. So this is the entrance of Fort Langley. Let me see here. Yeah, we're still filming. And I'm a bit hungry, so I'm gonna go to Wendell's and then chill and have dinner. So this is how sometimes, and this is a good place. Excuse me. This is called Maria's Gelato. It's good gelato. I won't say it's the best, but I used to bring my parents here. They love this area. So Fort Langley is a small yet historic city, and I just love this area. So that building, it says 1994. I think it was renovated in 1994, but it wasn't built in 1994. Maybe it was, but okay. Welcome to Fort Langley, British Columbia. And their motto is somewhere different. To my right, there is a park here. On Fridays they do kind of almost like a summer festival. And straight ahead there is a small bridge that leads to an island, the First Nation island. It's a beautiful area. And one downside of this place here to my left is Wendell's Books. Oh, perfect. This is perfect. Nobody in the cafe. All right. And to my left there is a park, and it's also a CN rail station. And then I think Queen Elizabeth came through here a long time ago, and they have a picture of her with her husband waving at people. All right, let's eat. So this is Wendell's, and I'm gonna order something and come out and sit. All right, in a little bit. So I ended up ordering a quesadilla, or quesadilla as Napoleon Dynamite likes to call it, and some tortilla soup. Bon appetit. Alright, after a nice hearty meal at Wendell's, I had a good meal, but unfortunately the mosquitoes, that's the problem with this time of the year. The mosquitoes will kill you. And apparently I have a blood that mosquitoes really enjoy. Alright. Alright. We're gonna head back to Surrey. As I was saying, the mosquitoes, it's a nightmare here, the mosquitoes. So what happens is the snow melts quickly, and we had a heat wave back in early May, which was crazy for late April. I would say late April, yeah, late April, early May. We had a heat wave which was unusual, and then And then what happens is the snow melts super quick, and after a few weeks the water recedes, and then when the water recedes, then mosquitoes come out. And I remember one time we came with my parents. My dad, they mosquitoes got nothing on him. They don't even touch him. Me and my mom, we get chewed up. They just like love. Apparently I have a, well, it's not the blood type. I don't know what it is, to be honest, with mosquitoes, because me and my mom have different type blood type. My dad has a different blood type, so it doesn't really matter, I guess, blood type, but it does something. Maybe electricity, maybe energy, I have no idea. Anyway, so we're gonna head back, and I showed you guys the train, and it's super loud. So if you live in Fort Langley, you hear it every day. I don't know how many times that the train drives by. Either you get used to it and you don't hear it anymore, but if you're living right on the track, and I have seen some houses that live really close to the track, there's no way you're not gonna hear that freight train or feel it. Actually, you're gonna feel the earth shaking. So on my right is the golf tournament, the Fort Langley golf, not tournament, so I don't know what I'm saying, the golf club. And I'm gonna take the same route, basically, that I took earlier, and we're gonna enjoy another ride. Remember, guys, if you ride, always take the scenic routes. If that option presents itself, always the scenic route. Look at this house. This is not a house, this is a compound. Oh no, it's like have 7 garages. Tony Stark. Alright, we'll turn here. One thing about this Griso, before, when I got it, it had the original headlight, basically halogen, and it was yellow and very, very, you barely can see anything at night, to be honest. So what I did is I got this replacement, forgot the brand, but it's a really good one, and I replaced it, and it just looks so different. Plus, what it does to the bike, it just brings it to 2020 and beyond. And because also it has driving lights, so they stay on, plus the headlight, plus the what's the name of that, man? I don't know, I'm just mumbling now. And so I sat there for close to an hour and 15 minutes for dinner, and now I notice a huge difference in temperature. The temperature really dropped. I feel it. All right. Oh, this one, yeah. Reach. So sometimes we see deer in this area. They come out, and I don't want to see one, to be honest, because sometimes they jump in front of you, and this is kind of a sunset. Sunset is at 9:23, 9:24 today, and this is the time where actually they come out. They'll eat a little bit and they'll sleep. So after you do this, you actually feel better. You go home and then your energy level goes up, your morale goes up, and I guess it's true in any activity that someone enjoys. So if your cup of tea is fishing, then fishing is what you have to do. If it's riding bicycles, then riding bicycle is what you have to do. If it's gardening, then gardening is what you have to do. Anyhow, I wasn't feeling 100% today, and I'm glad I did. I was debating whether I should go out or not. I was, you know, when you're feeling down a bit, what happens is just, you know, your brain tells you, eh. So I had to push myself just a little bit and get on the bike. I'm glad I did. And I'm not sure how I didn't have any ND filter or anything on the camera, so this is basically, I'm not gonna play with the color in the post editing, but I'm just gonna leave it as is, and I'm curious to see how this this footage turned out. Mind you, I'm still learning. I'm still learning YouTube. I'm still learning editing videos, and it's fun actually. You know, anything you learn, any skill is good. I wish I started YouTube earlier, because I've been to so many places and I had so many opportunities to share so many things, and this is before even when YouTube was YouTube, you know, because one of my passions is travel, and I think it's a shame if you live on this earth and you have a chance to travel and you don't do it. You know, if you have a chance, because sometimes people don't have a chance to travel, and that's unfortunate. But for those who can travel and they have the money, they have the time, their circumstances are good, you know, then you should make time, because life is short, and to spend your time traveling, I don't think anything tops that, besides if you're doing something good for humanity. And then also, what you do for traveling, when you travel, what traveling does for you actually is it opens your mind, it opens your horizons. You get to different ways of living, different realms, literally different realms of life and reasoning, because some people value certain things and some people in other parts of the world don't value the same things, and that's what makes the world go round, and that's why I enjoy. I think it's amazing to travel. Ooh, that guy was hiding. Sneaky. Okay. You can actually go right here and get on the other side, but I don't want to avoid. There's I think a paper mill or some kind of a factory there, a cement factory or something that I want to avoid, and there's a lot of trucks there. So today I got chewed up by mosquitoes, and it sucks, but it is what it is. Alright guys, that's the police, la policía. Oh, there's another one. I think they're going somewhere. La policía. Alright, I'm gonna slow down. Train tracks. This is the same train track. We're just taking a big loop. Alright, I think this is another cop car. Something is happening. Something is happening. Because you never see cop cars here. I've never seen a cop car here in like 3-4 years. Never. Okay, so we're back on 96th. and this basically will take us back home. Straight shot, slow and steady. All right, it's clear, clear. And if you can see, the sun is not directly west, it's a little bit northwest. And this is normal because we are in maybe north of the 47th parallel. We're just north, way north of North America. And with Earth tilted, that's why you see that. It's not like if you're in the equator, you're gonna see the sun straight west, and it doesn't change throughout the year. Here it does change. Okay, Bello Griso wants some dinosaur juice. Isn't that amazing? I do find it amazing actually that we are pumping literally dinosaur juice, and that's how we're working on this earth. That's how we're driving. That's how everything actually is shipped using dinosaur juice. And I think it's amazing, at the same time it's insane. And if you think about it, dinosaurs roamed this planet, let's say 2 million, 35 million years ago, I have no idea, but in the millions. And also I read somewhere that the oxygen level at the time with the dinosaurs was, I think, 2% higher than what it is today. And there is a theory that says or stipulates that because the oxygen level was higher, it actually explains the size of animals back in that day. So if we go with that logic, it does make sense, because they're saying that something hit Earth, wiped out the dinosaurs, and for sure we had a nuclear winter, or we had like an asteroid winter, and so that decreased the oxygen and the sun and photosynthesis and anything on Earth, and maybe since then it started slowly going up. Now we're making it go down again because we're burning dino juice. Excuse me. So that's why I think it's fascinating. So Bello Griso, we're gonna give you some dino juice. Espera un momentito, and we're gonna give you some dino juice. There's another cup, security. Alright, we're gonna look for a gas station, and I think I have one in mind. I know what it is, and then I'm gonna put some dino juice in this bad boy. Good boy Griso. Bello Griso. Grazie Bello Griso. Okay, what do we see here? There's a gas station, but it's on the opposite side of where I want to go. So I'm gonna skip this one, and then I'm gonna go to the next one. Oh, she's jamming. She is jamming. About 21 Celsius, close to 21 times 2, 42, 74. Okay, about 74 or 73 actually. 73 Fahrenheit. That's perfect weather, to be honest. Sometimes I like it a little bit cooler, won't hurt. Sometimes I do enjoy an overcast with no rain, as long as there's no wind and it's just overcast. But It's just nice cool weather. I enjoy that as well, and of course I enjoy a hot day, but the one thing I don't enjoy is humid weather, man. I remember in 2008, I think so, me and my buddy, we went to Singapore for the first time. And you know, when you're in Singapore, you're at the airport, but as soon as we got out and his uncle picked us up, amazing uncle, by the way, shout out to Captain Mazin, amazing captain of Singapore Airline. As soon as we got out, excuse me, I mean, you feel this thick air, humid thick air all over you. And if you're not used to this weather, you're gonna sweat for 3 days straight. You're gonna sweat buckets, not bullets, buckets. And all right, you're gonna sweat buckets, and your body will adjust after the 3rd day. That's what I've noticed. Okay, so they're repaving the whole thing. Mind you, it wasn't bad in this area. It was okay. It wasn't bad, but they are doing their job. We see our tax dollars, and like Montreal, they'll work on it, and they'll come back and do the same thing again on the same spot every year. It's crazy, and people who live in Montreal know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, yeah, it feels nice. It feels like a carpet. And I got mosquito bites, and I'm itchy. I want to scratch those mosquito bites, man. They itch bad. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. So it takes about 20 minutes from Fort Langley to Surrey, and specifically Surrey is a massive city, so more like the King George, Surrey Central area than downtown of Surrey. Not the old downtown, but the new downtown, near the library and whatnot. About 20 minutes. I'm loving this new asphalt. It's just smooth operator. Oh, that's a good song. All right, over and out. I will talk to you in a bit. All right, it worked. So we'll see how many liters. Keep forgetting, I think it's 14 or 16 liters that Bello Griso takes. Oh, we'll see. So this is $2.25, all taxes included, and I'm using the middle grade. All right, so it's 12 liters, almost 12 liters. So I'm gonna fill it all to the top, fill to the top, slowly. I think it's either 12 or 13, I'm not sure. Yeah, 14 actually then. So the tank capacity of the Griso is 13 and change, almost 14 when you include reserve. So when you include reserve, it's 14 liters. And in 14 liters, I can do about, depending on how I ride, between 220 and 250, 250 kilometer, which is not bad actually. Yep. There you go, 14, and then half a liter reserve. Then it's 15. All right. Do I need the receipt? Bien sûr. Okay. Now we're gonna reset the odometer. Let's see. Ils ont partagé le monde, plus rien ne m'étonne. Alright, and do trip 2. Perfect. So trip 1. Okay. Alright. As soon as we go, then the light will register. Okay, see, there you go. It went away. It went away right away. So Bello Griso told me grazie. When he turns off his fuel thing, he's telling you thank you for feeding me dino juice. He loves dino juice. He loves the middle grade 89. Runs very smooth. Do it. Don't do it. So this is gonna be boring. I'm gonna say thank you for watching. Subscribe, be patient. I'm finding my way around the inner tubes of YouTube and sharing the social stuff. I'm not much of I was never much of a social media guy, you know, like Facebook, I call it gossip book. But it's in today's day and age, it's a must. It is a must. So once again, thank you for watching. Do all that stuff, like subscribe, whatever, the bell and all that good stuff. Then I'll try to put more videos at my earliest convenience. So thank you for watching. Over now. Here in the middle.